My name is Jaden Rudd. I'm a KSD Career Center student, and with Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday coming up next week, I decided to do a movie review over a movie that kind of fights the same purpose that he was fighting. The movie is Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans was recorded in the year 2000, based off of the football team from T.C. Williams High School in Alexandria, Virginia, where it was a school that they opened up to integrate the white and black kids around that neighborhood area, or whatever they call it, the zone. So they bring in a coach, Herman Boone, from down somewhere, forgot which state he was from previously. They bring him down to become the head coach of the integrated high school to break off the culture that they were having with all white coaches and all white players at the schools. And they had an all white coach who was coming from the all white school, Bill Yost. Bill Yost was playing the role of the defensive coordinator for the team, which at first he thought he was going to be the head coach, but Herman Boone ended up taking over. For the first 2 weeks of the football program, Herman Boone thought it would be a good idea to take his team to Gettysburg, PA, or Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to Gettysburg College, to have them become aware of each other, get to know each other, so they're not, fighting race wars or whatever they call it. After long adversity and all the fights, frequent fights between players, they didn't like each other. They were all split up in their own groups. They actually finally took a bulge at it, and he ended up getting them to like each other for somehow. They didn't care about race. They just looked at each other as all trying to play football, trying to make it out, all be family, all that. When the season first started, they were looking pretty good. They had refs for the other schools around them, calling all the things bad. And that's when they finally came together. Bill Yost got into the ref a couple times, and they started from there and became ready for the season. Through all that adversity, again, with players still trying to argue, I know they released a couple players throughout the movie for still not fighting, like going for it or whatever. They ended up going undefeated during that season, ended up winning the state championship, and they showed that, hey, you should remember the Titans. Only school in that district to be full of black and white kids, not singled out, not blacks playing against blacks, not white playing against white, but actually black and white students playing together against other black people, white people I should say. I would recommend this movie because it just shows that you can do it, you're better together and not better separated. Take a team, they go undefeated, win the state championship, become one of the well-known teams of that year, ended up getting runner-up in the national championship game and finishing the number 2 team of that year in the whole nation. So again, I'm Jaden Rudd. You should check out this movie. Have a nice night.